Utie Golemo Marsamo any omo ben Real Madrid situations na Rich almost say Madrid impending for Mukebi woman say Florentino Perez man. Xabi Alonso was suggested to them and they agreed.
And your preferred choice.
Never with true conviction. Inti Yajia to say about Pamukala and Ancelotti at the end of the season. Ye pe coach. And Kenya pa and keep a club. But club say omba. Okay, when be Obi say Alonso sanko onye bado. They are here with Leverkusen ye. Also true and true Madrid were more club either. Or a very, very good record of the playing career. Why a hot cake? Me uncle Fanimra. Therefore, it's no present, monsieur. Eh. Okay. So monsieur Obetimaya, I don't mind. Uncle Fanimra near us Obetimaya. Enti, but for now, that is the explanation. Say Xabi Alonso was suggested to Florentino Perez. He agreed, but without conviction. Okay. Right. Someone say, "Oh, bet me, but Nimujidi apart from the start, no." Now, Rich, may I show say Xabi Alonso now? Even from the start of Najuma or Real Madrid, no, you could sense say, Najuma remember. And let me give you two examples. Madrid and Heinz Xabi Alonso, no. Rich, na onyae pa, and Kobe started Najuma after the FIFA Club World Cup. And when you see Debbie, so you no pay the idea, man start with the tournament. And even before he started on a no. Derby for team to call FIFA Club World Cup, and that is when you start your work. Oh, but tournament in Yana you preseason film. I say, minya pa mo mun komra. O mun pe coach bi no for mun komra. Na me twɛn wɔn ba na ma ɔmbɛba na ma ready mo say derby. And that is the first signal to know that the job is going to be tough. And that the people are no club will oppose to you. Number two, he said, okay, someone said me for club and FIFA Club World Cup now. Udie me my club now from afar. Any the way I want to play no, Mr. Mama me Martin Zubimendi. Na on me bosses in mame. Na me kura no before me dey beto manim no. Me a me ne di nkomo me susu me nkofa me no mu ye adwuma. Mama o ma frɛ no. Ma de kukwasa. Ubeje di say according to Golem, the timer Madrid you want say okay so Zubimendi afide yesusu be approach no. Tamamu it was too late and that Arsenal any abrante na wie is on so Auckland. Into which, how can you start a job? Data person start a job, no? Yeah, agree. Main player, I will say he is good to be the pillar. You know Spanish coaches and their DMs. Say me person me building me team no say, and to mon cover me DM no, me engine no mame, and also so a man sound for now. Now Rich. Mami Musa was asking you. Throughout Xabi Alonso, the 7.5 months no. All the crises are ya reporting na your room was say na all come no. Madrid team no. Leader being a woman. You could think say no crazy there's a gap between the coach and the players now. Obetimi aka say ewo bra. Bridge the gap for me.
Players no.
Leader Ben. The captain of the Real Madrid team is Federico Valverde. Yeah. Rich, within this last 7.5 months, Alonso Abe, Onukrano, or dream position ho and now obo right back and now obo fifi Ancelotti call no obo right winger oni baby kro o gina o team nim kwa na waka say manyama sumdue now I want to be the captain of the team and say me who say there's a gap between players and the coach now me as the captain no you could clearly see from afar there was chaos. Now Rich, you see Nhyira say no Monday Spanish time 4:30 area next obaga na area 2:30 k and a Real Madrid board meeting, you know. I'm going to share so the agenda of the meeting, and they say Alonso no, I will say taking decision there permanent. In the Real Madrid the meeting on Alonso now, Kotokoso ye meeting on Zito, probably around the same time. Now, Rich, meeting ni berry, you know. Now, I'm afraid Xabi Alonso no. Xabi Alonso nkura okoboye ene se omo video bi na miniso omu sa video na omo post Super Copa no onu coach FA player say mumbra ni enkoye guard of honor number so na fonko jomu trophy Mbappe ni Vinicius gina say na ba mo mesi ni enko dressing room mumbra mo mesi enko at the end of the day the players listen to their colleague players, and his Xabi Alonso also must follow.
It means that all you dressing room.
You are not in charge. You are simply not in charge.
But all kinds of players in the average.
So the board look at the footage and show him, ura, una ye penya o that thing now. And this video doesn't show say you are in charge. I see Xabi Alonso catch a board and say, "Sir, Ebeba say because since I'm a club no, mama players no too me do. They feel too powerful. And munya one way. In the so na eda why you na ye no. Enya me fault. The players here throughout and no ma koso ebi o ha money musem. You are not able to make sure say mobile catch players no say they need to succumb to a certain leadership. And it's among yes, this is what you get. And I'm so okay. Rich, in informing Alonso why they think say I also omode our berry, you know, they gave him 4 reasons. Number 1. Almost ora. What be these 7.5 months were? But no credit say you've not brought us any identity. Ubona na ubo bayano for Leverkusen. Or structure, more build up. You had identity. Obi kata na nukra. Omu se Xabi Alonso and Sanu Juma na Gina Park na sono. Grimado Mone, Jeremy Frimpong muti free as wing backs. Nata soba mo commander chiro. Na Ganesha kamu Fifi dictating the pace any bibia. Bonu ko animu wa na Boniface mo so katum na from inverte uraha. You had a team that had a structure and identity. And Ayala na me refer but no kwani say you are close to 8 months. Yeah, Real Madrid team na we don't find the identity on the Real Madrid team on Sano any team no so. So that is the first one. Number 2, Rich, Real Madrid board, they say when you watch Real Madrid against teams or must struggle against her, you could clearly tell the player's condition. Okay. As it's only Real Madrid but intensity kakrebia no cheer for muscle. So the physical condition of the players was questioned by the board in front of the man. Rich, the third one almost you. He has not improved the players.
No.
Ebi kwesa. Se we do just mama sanda him. Chomani asa, Kamavinga asa, Edam Litawa asa, Rudiger asa. Omusa. You watch Real Madrid players now omu bomb home more than Carlo Ancelotti now. And Alonso San Omosa. And you've not been able to improve the players. And so I want to improve the players now. And that is a call to your job. And if you can't do that, then excuse me. Then the last thing, which is linked to the Yenina, the board told him, the players are not playing for you. I was a players need you. Say, yeah, Bubona me a coach now. They are not playing for you. And Unim says, "Star points, you know, it's loaded rich because you are betting come be say there have been clashes with the egos of the Real Madrid players concerning the training style, the approach, and the Kwanya Xabi Alonso person Real Madrid team ni bar players also say that be that you must say open. So a day you are parking, so when they come to play, and the board has realized, say, look, team now who would be as a coach now. The first principle, I just said, this team can win. And when the players actually park and say, I'm a certain coach, and they are not playing it for you. And these were the 4 reasons: no identity, players no condition, no improvement in the players, and the players are not playing for Ore friend Xabi Alonso. Rich. Until at the end of the day, they had to say goodbye. Now, I'm saying, commodity anymore, and I'm saying, look, a woman said, 71% winning rate. But at Real Madrid, there are some games here. They are too big, and when you lose them, a bit more people 71 they have a 0.
El Clasico.
One of them is Nhyira El Clasico. The other ones we can mention, the way you lost to Paris Saint-Germain FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals. No? In the Spanish La Liga, in the Madrid derby, Atletico Madrid show 5-2. That was also a very, very horror show. Ulusu to Man City or Benabao. That day, even though you lost, and the circumstances are now team new warm, no one loses some players, and a team new ball. Look, that is for the fans. But for us in the boardroom, Sanyo Mano, yeah, no, Sebi, we've seen a lot to be gagged by those comments or ball. No. Dear. Yes, sir. Rich, the Akika Kuning said Alonso was not going to survive there.
No, with the explanation of the man there.
That is
Coach Vieno have a survivor.
That is at Real Madrid.
No.
Now,
what lose the dressing room? No.
Mamini cry on some of the points Fifi raised, and they are very, very valid points. Rich, the difference between Barca and Real Madrid as a coach, and I say, Barca a team ni prioritize agenda. There is a certain way we play. Yet the team boys, in a certain style of play. So when you coach now, there are 2 things you need to do. Play according to the way a football. Send your bear. Who promote your boys about first team anymore? Any day my wo any players and 2 get results with that. So what you mean Barca Saturday now you survive there. But Rich, Real Madrid, especially under the presidency of Florentino Perez, it's a Galacticos team. You be going to top best players in the amount. See a best players in the mawa. What the honor say, get the best out of the players. And in Pempi, so when the Real Madrid superstars needing go, I say yeah, one in border nearby. And to give us a lot of and all that you need to do is to manage us to play. Nancy Real Madrid call crisis ka krebi Benzema ye interview bi Rich what you ask what kind or say On who's a Real Madrid with problem? The only problem on who I say, I want to players neti here their roles on the pitch. I want to Vinicius as or your winger. I want to Mbappe as or your striker. I want to Jude Bellingham as or your midfielder. That is what Benzema said. The fundamentals. You are superstars. Just understand your roles and some you will win games. That has been Real Madrid from Titi. And Rich, clearly say the players at Real Madrid, omuni coach nintam intawantawa demudodo, and it is not getting better by the day. And it's a untimim sure say the superstars at Real Madrid are comfortable to play their game. Rich, there is no way ubeti now. Alonso is gone. And that is the long and short of the story. Now, chemi 2 minutes be. Na me fa raise issue bi kakra. Unse AFCON e koso. Bagana ye mubi. But Rich, minim say as you watch the AFCON, why esemia watch your pen or paper or try to note lessons you are learning from the AFCON in connection with your blasters and your Ghanaian game in general. First of all, Rich, said this tournament has been tournament for the big boys. Big boys, both team and individual players. Now, careful for the picture be able to on my X account. Rich, Ubejedi said the last 5 previous winners of African Footballer of the Year are in the semis. From Salah to Sadio Mane to Osimhen, Lukman, and now Ashraf Hakimi. They are all on team. A very, very good for the tournament. Say the big boys in Africa are still in the competition last 4. Number 2, Rich, what does this tell you? The 4 coaches are ACA competition in Munina are local coaches. From Pape Thiaw of Senegal to Osana San of Egypt to Agagri of Morocco. There are which team Nigeria. Eric Chai. Munina are African coaches. Nabi. Until I say, yeah, we have AFCON na yesusu ye draw lessons from Rich. Yesusu attack Otuado. Na yemfa Gideon Tanechi. Na yen should in say he should learn on the job well. Na on grow. Because from what we've seen with these countries, they are doing it with their old boys and their own people. And they are able to do it.
And they are playing so well.
Yes.
Maybe I problem near. Yeah, born no,
you see, Rich. These countries. And you must say no madru. And you must say no madru. What I want us to learn and say, if the last 4 countries our AFCON has been able to get there with their own, supported them, encouraged them, gave them time to build her. Then the last thing, Rich, Sisi I say about AFCON, who will be your best player of the tournament?
So far, Ibrahim Diaz.
That was the name I wanted you to mention.
Okay.
Because he will be my choice too. So Fifiba probably will ask him. Rich, what is the biggest lesson? And I'll bet me a free Ibrahim Diaz in connection with Ghana football.
And is a closely endorsed on players are if you some bomb beat me a result.
But Rebecca, so you've taken the worst out of my mouth. As someone best me on one no. Rich, Ibrahim Diaz, he wasn't part of the Moroccan team called World Cup, no. he was still relishing playing for Spain. Brahim Diaz, or your Man City academy graduate. Rich Brahim Diaz, Sanka a farmer said a farmer Lami Yamana and Kombo Morocco. He really wanted to play for the Spanish national team. That was his dream. Rich Uncle Morocco for so ain't giving up on him. Yeah, we are talking about pride. Rich, we are talking about a team. Now I am the first African country to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup. Pride is our team. There is no African country in football. Our more pride team Morocco. Because of where they've gotten to. No African country, not even Egypt.
A place fought the World Cup.
Yes.
Beat Spain.
Beat Portugal. Almost Portugal. Almost Spain. Rich. Sebi. Omumpo said, we are not giving up on this guy. And we will tell him to make a choice and switch to us and forget about the Spanish dream. Rich, omodi abranche you buy.
Every game you should go. Every game bia. And so sorry no or Joe man, no?
And as we speak, Rich, even though arguably say Nhyira and Kebo AFCON, he will simply win the best player of the tournament. And so Winia, he will go on to dethrone Onuan Kasanunya Hakimi as the African Footballer of the Year. Listen, Benny or Seleni Frimu. Look, I am not saying we are rubbishing those at the other side of the argument. But football, Rich, in Pempi, if you take decisions with emotions, you don't take the right decisions.
Football is politics. You
don't.
You need numbers.
You don't take the right decisions if it is coming from your emotions.
How they are power.
Football, it is a resource-oriented game. The one that guarantees you resource. Look, I am not mentioning specific players. Darby, what I am saying is the philosophy of the Ghanaian mind must be open towards any player, even though the players relish to play for any country be there. Let us not be so proud of ourselves and say, Uko England, Uko Belgium, Look, the World Cup is as attractive as Real Madrid. Use it to get the players on board. Let them come and help your national team.
Okay.
Kofi,
so far I've gone one of our best player. Diaz.